startup community. Of course, it's a global community that started in the Silicon Valley, and it has about 2 million entrepreneurs in 600 cities over about 125 countries, if I'm not mistaken. So it is a really big community, and we are really big advocates of community building and how businesses can organically grow through the community. So do be part of it, and do look out for a lot more events. A big shout out to Wan-Ning and Kimberlyn for planning all these events, getting the speakers on board, looking for topics, and being the best teammates. Also, a very warm welcome to Richard. So Richard, can you say hi to everybody in the chat at least? He will be hosting our next event, and he is the co-director for the KL chapter as well. Welcome on board, Richard. All right, guys. So I think without further ado, we shall start with the event, and we'll allow people to just dial in as they come in, right? But I definitely don't want to keep Masood waiting. So Masood is actually the founding partner at DDAT, and he previously worked as the head of digital at Group M, which means he does have a lot of experience dealing with, coming from an agency, has a lot of experience dealing with planning and optimization of ads, and mainly speaking digital ads. So Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube, social media platforms, and so on. He is very passionate about digital trends and the progress of programmatic marketing, and his experience managing innovative and result-driven campaigns for a Decathlon, Adidas, Opel has certainly led to his success. So Masood actually has been giving digital-oriented tutorials to SME business owners as well as brand managers for a lot of corporations. So we're really happy to have him on board to share his experience with us, and so that we can all learn on Facebook and Instagram ads. So if you haven't been spending very well on these platforms, if you've got a lot of questions on how you can do your content well and how you can do your spending well, it is the time that you can ask all these questions and learn from him. So do take advantage of that, and let me get him on board to start and to say hi to you guys first. Give me a second. I think Masood is in.
Hi all.
Oh. Hi Masood.
Hi, this is Masood.
Welcome.
Thank you for the introduction.
You're most welcome. So I will also bring on board Onur so he can do the presentation, and I will let you guys take it away, and I'll come back in for the Q&A. We good? All right, thank you.
Onur, can you please share the screen? Shabeta, I think he can't share his screen. Can you please grant access if it is not working?
I have granted him access actually. Give me a second, yeah. Let me do it again. I think he should be able to now. Onur? Yep, he should be able to now.
He says, no, I can't.
He would be able to because he is on presenter mode already. He was actually earlier as well. Give me a second. I think he has gone out to come back in. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Share it now.
Perfect. So without further ado, I will continue. I will start my presentation, and then Onur, maybe you can share it, and I will continue with the slides. Well, yes. First of all, thank you for the invitation and opportunity to meet you all. It is really, really nice to be here. Yeah, the slides are on now. So really briefly, we want to share who we are and what we do as an agency. Then we will, of course, proceed with the introduction to Facebook and Instagram ads. And of course, at the end, with the Q&A session, we want to listen more about your business and what we can do for your business as well. So as DDOT, we have 4 main services. If you go to the second slide, perfect. The first one is search engine optimization. We did a webinar session about search engine optimization with Onur at this event as well. We focus on your website and your online content to maximize your visibility on search engine result pages. Second of all, we have a strong paid media team, expert in search, social media, and programmatic media. Thirdly, web analytics. It is basically 3 steps of implementation. First is around tag management. We prepare a measurement protocol and audit to your website or to your application. Then through GTM or any other technology, container technology, we do the implementation checks. We basically be sure if everything is in place and tracked correctly. Second step around conversion rate optimization is itself conversion rate optimization. We mostly use Hotjar and Google Optimize for creating hypotheses and run some A/B tests to increase conversion rate. Third one is custom reporting solution. We can use Data Studio or any other visualization solution in order to provide a holistic view of your reports. Our last service is content marketing. We have an editor network for written content. We can either share the strategy of the content or the exact text. So at DDOT, we have partners, clients. We prefer to say partners. And the first one that we wanted to share with you today is Job Leads. It's a Hamburg-based headhunter and career service website. We do provide them SEO service. Vanity is a beauty clinic based in Istanbul and runs performance ads on global scale. We are their leading agency, which means we do provide them paid media, conversion rate optimization, web analytics, and content as well. Last but not least, Oro Monaco is a luxury jewelry brand based in New York. We also have a strong partnership around SEO, paid media, and conversion rate optimization. As an agency, we do trust in transparency. Way of working and the governance process is one of our differentiation. In order to create minimum mailing and log data of the task, of course, there is a way of working should be in place, and we do use ClickUp as our task management tool in order to provide that. And we sometimes allocate the tasks to developers, to creative agencies, to brand manager, etc. By doing that, we try to eliminate any mailing workload. Likewise, partners can direct their questions through ClickUp, so we eliminate the, again, forwarding process. Moreover, of course, there are like tons of tools that we use to maximize your efficiency. And I would like to mention them like in a very short sentences, like SEMrush. It allows us to get insights for overall industry and competitor analysis. Moreover, it provides paid and organic traffic of your website or your competitor website. We use Ahrefs to identify backlink profiles, which is crucial. We use Screaming Frog. It allows us to crawl, such as Google, to your website. We use Keyword Tool.io for keyword researching, and Unamo and Nightwatch is our keyword tracking, so we can report your exact position and how we improve your organic results in over time. And of course, our media team, analytics team have like tons of certification around Google Ads, Facebook, or Google Optimize. So for today, we wanted to give you a gift as well. And to all webinar participants, if you visit our website and leave your email addresses and your name, or you can just type your you can send me an email as well. At the end, I will share my contact information. We can do a quick audit to your website in terms of SEO, web analytics, and if you can grant access to us on your ad accounts, we can do a quick audit as well. Yes, today's session is about Facebook and Instagram. So to begin with, whatever I share is going to be valid for Facebook and Instagram all at the same time. First thing first, they are the same company. It is also important to mention that, using the same buying technology. So let's not forget about that, because sometimes we confuse Instagram ads and Facebook ads, but at the end it is like same thing. So since it is an introduction, 101 session, I would like to ask if you ever advertise on Facebook before. If yes, have you been using Facebook Business Manager, or just have you been investing in the app? If you can just send me your replies on the chat screen, that will be great, so I can change my telling story in a better way. Have you advertised before on Facebook and Instagram? And have you used Business Manager before? Anyone? All right, perfect. We have yes, we have no. All right, so I will follow up the schedule. Thank you for your replies. So, well, I do not want to go back to since the beginning of Facebook. It is not, it is just a watch out today. But around 2009, sponsored ads volume started to increase. Facebook was saying invest on page likes so that followers can be your own earned audiences, right? So whenever you share something, they will see it, pay once, reach them unlimitedly. That was the case. That is the reason of this slide. Algorithm changed many times during the time. Now people see posts of their following accounts by only 1 to 2%, and that 1% is based on the engagement rate. What I mean is, either you stalk, comment, like, or share their post, you will see that person's content most likely. Therefore, even I have like 1,000 friends on Facebook at the moment, I do not see what all of them shares, right? I only see 1% of them. And obviously, brands are not among that 1%. So to begin with, first lesson, try to avoid page like, follower ads in general. Focus on engagement and other objectives that we are going to discuss today. But before going into the details, let's start talking about the ecosystem of Facebook and Instagram, how it evolved and consumer journey changed. Then we will continue with the targeting and creative, and we will end our session with the campaign objective. To begin with the ecosystem, let's start with the device breakdown. I know it is like a no-brainer to say in 2021. However, as we only create ads on desktop through Business Manager, we sometimes forget how users are using the platform. It is all happening on mobile. So after you create the ad, please check the previews on every possible way. If there is 3 dots on your text or images doesn't scale like they should have, change it immediately. Otherwise, it is not going to work. In order to provide you more examples around this and emphasize the importance of it, we check the applications of Facebook and Instagram 80 times a day, and it is still increasing. 80 times a day means enormous amount of ad inventory, and in other words, ad for. So this growth is going to continue exponentially, right? Radio reach like 50 million users in 38 years. TV reach in 30 years, and mobile reach 2 billion users just in 10 years. And work penetration over for 18 years old, 76% right now. There are new devices like smartwatches and etc., but mobile is going to be in place for a very long time. So without further ado, optimize your website for mobile, optimize your creatives for mobile, optimize your user experience for mobile. Otherwise, whatever I tell you, whatever you try, it is not going to work. And before selling the right ad using the right platform, we have to optimize that experience. Of course, there are new ways to engage mobile as well, like messaging. So direct sales have a new pillar now, and it is controlled by WhatsApp mostly, and as you all know, it is owned by Facebook company. So you will see a great impact of Instagram ads. A quick proof about the importance of messaging: it's like 53% of are more likely to shop with a business they can message with. So bear that in mind. The next thing is around speed. Speed. I cannot elaborate the importance of it. Thankfully, figures can help us. 40% of the users leave your website if the website doesn't fully load it in 3 seconds only. This is one of the things that we need to consider before advertise. Investment to a website on Facebook and Instagram ads or on Google ads, whatever the platform's name, is not going to work if you do not provide that nice website, nice experience to your customers. As you all know, Google search ads have a metric called quality score, which requires landing page experience, and even your prices per reach or click will increase if your website is too slow. And a quick reminder, please reach out to your search engine optimization team, to your partner, ask them to create a task to optimize page speed. It is so important. It will save you tons of money. And I am kind of trying to bombard you with various information before going into details, because if you do not fix these, for sure your ads is not going to work at all. About the platform, well, if I was working at Facebook, by the way, I'm in a location which is like really windy, so if you can't hear me, please let me know. I mean, if I was working at a Facebook company, I will say just invest on Facebook and that's it. You will reach all online population, and we all know that statically that might be the case. However, in reality, cases are different. Consumer journey, way of working, and way of buying is different. Every medium have its own engagement rule and reason to existing. So mostly in general, Facebook and Instagram is a discovery channel. We come here to show off, have fun, be part of a community, especially in Facebook with groups. No one says like, I will log into Facebook and Instagram to buy stuff or something like that, right? However, it is true that as a brand, we can intercept to the journey of the consumer and influence them as a user to buy our stuff through the ads. Considering the nature of the channels, one of the questions I get most is like, Mesut, I have $500 for ads. Which channels should I use? Google search, Google Display Network, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram ads, LinkedIn, and etc. And I would say search is closest points to sale. It is pull marketing, and users know what they are looking for. They are in market. Whereas YouTube, Facebook, Instagram are more likely to be a push marketing channel, where you shout out the users, buy me. Here I am as a brand, and between your 80 times of entry to the platform, please buy my brand. Understand the difference before starting investment. And in order to elaborate it more, let's talk more about 0 moment of truth. It will explain where Facebook and Instagram stands out compared to other channels. This is basically a user journey. It starts with a stimulus. A user sees a TV ad or outdoor banner or newspaper, any print ad, Facebook, YouTube ads, etc. They get aware of your brand and the product, right? So their first moment of truth then comes in. They go to a store, they see the product on the shelf, and then they buy it. Second moment of truth is the trial, the first experience with the product when they're at home. By the way, there is an ultimate moment of truth as well, a new step where a user share his or her experience with their friends. Zero moment of truth is search phase. After you have an idea about the product, you search for it, either on search engine result page, on Facebook page, YouTube channel, the comparison website, etc. Average order value decides the depth of the search phase. Naturally, Facebook and Instagram ads stays at the beginning of stimulus phase. So going back to the question, which channel can bring the highest return on investment for $500? Most probably, Google search is going to be the answer, but know that every business and the product and target audience have their own approach. Test and learn all the time. Without stimulus, there is no going to be search. So all channels should be in a harmony. And in order to give you a better, I will take a case study. Let's see that journey in an existence way of like buying a process. A user sees an ad on her mobile device, and it is a dress ad, and she searches on desktop, adds a dress to her card on tablet device, and then visits the store in order to understand which sizes fits her perfectly, right? So before buying, she does a quick comparison. Can I afford something similar with a better quality, maybe? I don't know. And they directly visit the website and then buy it. So according to the Google Analytics or any such solution, the credit goes to direct response because they organically search it, they add to cart and buy it. But user journey proves a different story. Analytics journey should be identified crystal clear so that you will know the impact of Facebook and Instagram ads. So basically, this is the I want to highlight before buying options, and we will continue with targeting options and capabilities of Facebook and Instagram. You all know about cookies, that's for sure. We are familiar that story from like Hansel and Gretel. It's a fairy tale. So they leave breadcrumbs so they can find their way back home. Likewise, cookies left on your browser so you see related ads. Cookies are going to be removed on Chrome as well, like other browser solutions. But thankfully, Facebook doesn't rely on cookies only, at least for targeting. For example, Mesut lives in Istanbul. He is 32 years old. He likes sailing and etc. Whatever I declare, it's on my page. It is called profile targeting. All advertisers are welcome to use it. This is one of the important differentiators of the platform, by the way. It was amazing. However, please do not forget that it's based on a declaration. What I like, if I'm a Manchester United fan and I declare that on my Facebook page, and if Manchester United started to target people who support it, doesn't mean that they can sell me tickets or shirts since I'm in Istanbul, not in Manchester. Or I can follow Ferrari Instagram page. It doesn't necessarily mean that I can afford a Ferrari or I have high income. We have to understand the difference of it. And about all targeting opportunities, when we mention targeting, we have to understand the strength of the platform. WhatsApp, Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook groups are all included in the targeting ecosystem of Facebook. All apps provide targeting details in between. For example, if a user likes a Porsche page on Facebook, and if you target Instagram placement to reach car lovers, you will target that person who have profile on Facebook that liked Porsche page. So 3 main targeting approaches are available out there for Facebook advertisers. Core audiences are based on profile targeting, based on your behaviors, actions. I'll Chan, I think he says anything happening. We kind of presenting, but if you can't hear, please let us know. So core audiences are based on profile targeting, based on your behaviors, actions, engagement, and type on Instagram or Facebook. You are getting categorized by these actions, right? Custom audience is advanced method where you can upload your data to Facebook or Instagram to reach those exact people. And lookalike is where you find more people who are more likely to your customers or your database. Shabata, by the way, if you can check if Chan is hearing everything correctly, that will be great. So about core targeting, this is the first stage. This is the basics of Facebook, Instagram targeting. You are able to target locations. You can target a few at the same time. For example, in this screenshot, I target Malaysia location, but I can also add few pinpoints as well. I can, Honor, if you can go back, please, thank you. So I can target behaviors, interests, actions. I can type in my competitor's name. I can target people who have anniversary in 30 days, who are who is a birthday in 7 days, who are living a relationship in a distance relationship, who are single, and etc., or who have high income level, who have like high social economic status. These are all available through Facebook and Instagram ads. This is basically core targeting. And the next one is custom audiences. Let's say you have a CRM data like mobile numbers, email addresses, or postcode of your customers, and you also have the permission, of course, to use them for advertising reasons. You can upload those to Facebook and Instagram. If that number, email address, Facebook, in any user profile, it will automatically matches and you will show your ads to those specific users. Moreover, you can easily exclude them if you do not spend any dollars on those users as well, of course. This is a great method to increase return in best out of platform. If you are in this webinar, please search more about custom audiences. It will definitely increase your performance. Facebook will use demographic, location, and interest or behavior data to enrich your audiences. As source of your, you can use CRM, loyalty, credit card information, website visitors, or mobile app data as well. So next one, the last one, is lookalike audiences. So you can also enrich these data with lookalike technology. It will find similar audiences with similar behaviors or interests to target. For example, you have like 1,000 email addresses to upload, and Facebook finds that 1,000 users, checks their data, finds similar users who have like lookalike profiles, and provides you a targeting pool. You can consider this as a free CRM data to target. Few examples, like upload people who shop from your website for over $1,000 from your website. You can exclude them from your ads since you know that they are not going to be shopping you for at least 3 months. You can find users in that audience as well, and you can keep that cycle going and going. So the next step is creative options. And before understanding the creative options, the creative approach, and the best practices, we need to understand consumption trend. On the next slide, please. Yeah. Now users mostly consume video creatives on Facebook and Instagram. Even it is an e-commerce ad with the objective of direct sales, people prefer to see a video in their news feed or in their stories. 8% of the content is video at the moment on Facebook and Instagram. And platform develops new solution all times according to the competition or the consumption trend, of course. Like after the rise of TikTok with the pandemics, they invented Reels. For all types, there's a new consumption and there's a different solution. Like for highlights, you can use feed. For your daily life, you can use stories. For entertaining trending, you can use Reels. And of course, for live, you can use live methods. But the real question is, how many minutes or seconds do we consume those videos? This is my question to you. Do you have any idea, like on mobile phone, a user, an average, how many seconds a user spends time on any content on Facebook or Instagram? Do you have any guess? Can you please type it into chat? Like 10 seconds, 1 minute, or 5 seconds, what do you think? Perfect. We have like various replies, 5 seconds, 2 minutes. Yes, the answer is basically, yeah, definitely it's various according to the content, but attention span is so slow. Like on mobile, average user only sees a content for, on the next slide, please. On mobile, we spend only 1.7 seconds. On desktop, it is like 2.5 seconds. Is it? Well, average video length is around 3 minutes. So these two different data doesn't make sense, is it? Like we only spend 1.2 seconds only, 1.7 seconds only, but the average content is around 3 minutes. And you invest a lot into a video to do the production, to the cast, and etc. So let's see if it is working or not on Facebook. If a user watches a video for 3 seconds, 47 of them remembers the video and the brand. After 10 seconds, like 74% of them have an ad recall. Facebook proves this with brand lift studies. It does a surveys after the video ads and figures these impacts. So apparently it is working. But I think it's always a good idea to see this in action. So there is only one explanation to this, like 1.7 seconds, but we understand it. So our brains are evolving. Like we only need to see an image for 13 milliseconds to identify it. And I would like to find it out together with you guys. Let's have a try. I will show you an image and I will try to skip the image like under 1 second. And I will ask you if you remember what you have seen. So I will count from 3 to 1 and then I will skip the slide and I want to see your answers. 3, 2, 1. So this was around 1 second. What did you see? Do you remember the background, the floor, or what did you see? Johnson said blue old van. Any other guess? Blue vintage van. What about the floor or background? Grayish, leafy background. Perfect. Perfect guesses. All true. All true. Let's see what we have seen. This was the exact image. Thank you all for your involvement and your participation. So it is all about relevancy. You might say, like, Mesut, we were focused, you warned us, we were alert, you counted from 3 to 1. Yeah, that is right. However, it is also right that you were even also able to tell the exact colors, the background, the floor, and everything. So please do understand that it is not about the length or image. It is about the targeting the right audience with the right content. That is the key differentiator to success on Facebook and Instagram ads. In Turkey, there are like 60 million Instagram users. In Malaysia, I think it's around 29 million, and which means like 29 million different news feeds. It is absurd. Like every user sees a different news feed. Therefore, we cannot expect to have success with one image only. We have to do like tons of A/B tests. We have to try different images, different videos all times. I also want to share an example and my last question to you for today. So here is one example from our clients. So we tested two creatives, Creative 1 and Creative 2, and we tried to ask people to download our application. So my question is to you, which one do you think works better, Creative 1 or Creative 2? And then I will share the cost per install results in the next slide. What do you think, Creative 1 or 2? Johnson said 1. Any other guess? Murat said 1. So everyone thinks 1, and Cemre, for sure, she said 2. All right. So let's see the results since we have like limited time. I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense. For Cemre, obviously, it makes sense. But because I mean, in my opinion, Creative 1 is way better. But the data has a better idea. So from 89 Turkish liras to 6.6 Turkish liras for iOS downloads, and for Android from 54 to 5.7. So rather than thinking, doing some A/B tests all the time and acting accordingly will be the best solution. So Shraveta, do we have like 5 more minutes? Can we end this session around 50? So, or if we can't, I will. Perfect.
Sure.
There are like different moments. I also want to share this information. That's why I wanted to like have like 5 more minutes and creative solutions for each user as well as different objectives. And so let's say you wake up and you go to your work and you are on the bus, right? Or underground. You will consume much shorter content, such as like GIFs or like vertical videos like Instagram stories. But when you arrive to work, you will wait for a while your Outlook is loading, your computer is starting, and etc. So users are going to have more time, more patience, longer attention span. So use canvas or collection video maybe. You come home, you are resting, you lay down on your couch. It is your like lean back moment. You are relaxed. You can use messaging with your consumers. You can use 360 videos and etc. So different moments, different creative solutions. Please do not forget about it. I think we can skip the next one for the time sakes, and we can jump to the campaign objectives. Our last is going to be about the objectives. This is kind of confusing part. It is so common to confuse objectives with creative solutions. I will try to differentiate those. So there are 11 campaign objectives that you can select of. So you can see that all objectives are allocated to each consumer journey. So the first one is awareness phase. Second one is consideration, and the last one is conversion. These 3 different stages represent a buying process of a consumer. Either it can be an e-commerce or FMCG brand focused on reach, or business who needs lead generation or conversion. All industries can find the answer to their business solution and business needs with these objectives. This part, I think it's quite crucial, because your selection at this phase is going to define the machine learning that algorithm is going to use. So this is the part. Either your selection can save you money, or you can spend tons of money on Facebook, on Instagram ads, and it is not going to work. I will focus on 3 different objectives today only. I will try to give you an idea about how it works, how can you lose money, or if you do not know the background of it, right? So a quick reminder before going into details. When I ask my partners, what do you need? Like, what should we focus on? What is your need as a business? Let's say it's an e-commerce. They say we are a new brand, so we need brand awareness, we need reach, and we have a video creative. But of course, we need traffic to our websites, so the investors see the traffic increase. And of course, since we are a startup, we have sales KPI. So all three conversion funnels, like awareness, consideration, and conversions, all of them can be selected, but unfortunately, we do not have that option. We have to select only one. But what is the difference? So let's start with brand awareness. So as you can experience from the image, this is the way you will see the ad in your newsfeed, in stories, or any other placement. So as an user, you wouldn't understand the campaign objective, right? It can be traffic, engagement, or conversion. Only the buying mechanism changes according to your selection. The brand awareness objective is for advertisers who want to show ads to people who are more likely to recall them. The brand awareness objectives gives you the estimated ad recall, like ad recall lift, like metric, which shows how many people Facebook estimates will remember your ad if you ask them within like 2 days. For Facebook algorithm, if a user spends more seconds over a post, over a content compared to other users, their ad recall is going to be higher. So if you select brand awareness, system will prioritize people within your target audience who might stay longer on your ad, which will result in high ad recall. So it is important it is not that important if that user already knows your brand. So if they are not interested in your brand, they will see the ad. So in result, if you are looking for brand awareness objective might not be the best solution for your business. Let's continue with traffic and you will understand it in a better way. So traffic objective, and I will detail the examples in order to, as you can see, again, there is no difference in the image, text, or format. Only system knows the difference and selects the machine learning accordingly. So let's assume only Van and I using Facebook, right? So total inventory of Facebook is only 2. An advertiser who wants to advertise can only show their ad to me or to Van. So Van's previous click-through rate is around 10% and mine is around 5%. Facebook will show the ad to Van. This is how traffic objective works. System prioritizes the users who have higher possibility to click on the ad. Maybe with around 5% click-through rate, I would have higher chance to buy your product. But since you select traffic objective, I wouldn't even see the ad. As you can guess, it is really easy to and lose money. An agency can drive you like 10Ks of engagement with $500, but no sales. You can have three engagements only, but 2 sales within the same budget if you select conversion objective, not traffic objective. So the crucial thing is to understand how objectives work and select your KPI. So I think we can skip the video view for the time's sake. I will jump into what's new and I will gather up everything in 1 minute. Before ending this session, I would like to share a few feature trends that will shape the whole social media ecosystem. So we will see catalogs in WhatsApp, just like Instagram that we are experiencing at the moment. On the next slide, please. It is available in the US at the moment, and people can directly order through WhatsApp. Basically, Facebook tries to eliminate bad website experiences and they are going to get the best out of their performance, including WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram, and Messenger. And of course, it will become a payment system as well. Through this feature, you will be able to complete any order within Facebook platform, including the payment. So we can discuss, like in a futuristic topic, what will happen to your website, to your payment gateways, all of your investment. I believe it is really important to understand these developments and follow the trends in order to keep up with new digital trends. So we are at the end of our time. I mean, it was a privilege and pleasure for me to be here. This was it for today. Please let me know if you have any questions. We have around 10 minutes, and let's please connect on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Please drop your email to our website so we can do a quick audit to your free audit to your website, to your ad accounts, so that we can help to your business. And again, yeah, this was it.
Thank you. Thank you, Masood. So guys, any questions? We'll take questions for about 5 minutes or so. We have some time left, about 9 minutes to be exact. Do we have any questions for Masood? You can put them in the Q&A function. You can use that. So we've got a question, Masood. It's in the Q&A, and Chan is asking, is FB Pay already working like Alipay? And how about paying through FB Coin, like digital coins?
As far as I know, FB Coin is not available for advertisement solutions at the moment, but in the US and as far as I know, in the North Europe, Facebook is trying Facebook Pay already. So as a user, like you do with the Apple Pay, you can use Facebook Pay as well. So actually the payment gateway thing is real. Yeah, I know the digital coin, but as far as I know, it's not valid for like true transactions.
All right, and mainly for ads, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Perez is asking, what affects the appearance of an ad in IG when I see the ad from Facebook?
Well, different platforms, different placements like Messenger, Instagram Explorer, Instagram Stories, or Facebook Newsfeed, they all have different creative solutions and different aspects. So while you are creating your ads, please use the preview screen, because you can check your creatives for each placement and how they seen as in the eyes of user. So the appearance really varies from placement to placement, and if you are going to use like square format, it is going to be scaled for the Instagram story placement, so you have to upload a vertical one. The appearance changes, please do use the preview section and select the best suit one.
Right. Nice. Anyone else? Any more questions? Go ahead. Do ask away. Which is cheaper, Instagram ads or Facebook ads?
Yeah, that's a really direct and fair question. I think it's a great question as well, but it really depends on the target audience. For example, we have been seeing lower cost per clicks and cost per acquisition on Facebook for older generation, since the user number are higher in Facebook for older generation, but in Instagram, the Z generation is using it more often, so the competition is high if you are targeting that generation. So your if you check your placement reports, you will see higher cost per clicks on Instagram, whereas you will experience lower cost per clicks for older generation on Facebook. So there is no black and white answer to this question. It really depends on the target audience, the business objective, and the age group of the audience.
Target audience, right?
Yeah.
But Perez is also asking, if I have an IG and a Facebook page, is it advisable to just always post an ad on Facebook because it will anyhow show on IG, or do I need to give Instagram attention?
Like, I will answer this in terms of paid sense. I don't know if I get the question right, but if you are asking, for example, I prioritize Instagram page, but should I advertise on Facebook? If that's the question, I highly recommend you to, there is a selection option which you can use automatic placement, and the system will decide if they should show your ad on Facebook, on Messenger, or Instagram. And I highly recommend that selection, because if the competition is high at the moment, on that moment on Instagram, the system will prioritize Facebook, so you will have low risk cost per clicks on Facebook. So please do select all options available, and you will see, you will show on both platforms. The good thing is that if you do not show your ad on Facebook, you are not going to pay anything at all. If a user doesn't click on your ad, you are not going to pay anything at all. So it is all free. If only user engage with you, you will only pay in that case. So please use both Facebook and Instagram all at the same time, and let the user decide which one is better.
All right. Okay, great. Do we have any other questions? Perez, does that answer your question? I think we will look at that. I think it has. Yes. All right. Okay, great. So do we have any more questions? Can we sync Facebook and Instagram with YouTube and TikTok in terms of posts? What do you mean by post? Would it be ads or?
Yeah, I think it's an like organic thing, since it says
Yeah.
posts. But
Yeah.
as far as I know, yeah, there are like tons of tools out there that enables you to do that, but I haven't used them, to be honest. I think that's a different expertise. I can only reply this around paid, and for paid solution there is no such thing. But for organic, I know that, for example, Social Bakers provides that solution. If you need a
Yep.
tool, I can
Yes.
share some names.
I believe this is a tool thing as well.
Yeah.
To post across multiple platforms.
Yeah. By the way,
So, Chan, you can.
We call them like walled gardens. All of these have like own rules, own APIs. So there is no one solution that combines everything. You need a connector that connects all API solutions all at the same time and provides you that solution. And there are tools out there that does.
Right. Yep, they are. Okay, great. So do we have any more questions coming in? Anyone else from the floor? Got any questions about anything, even in specific to your ad, any spending related question, if you have any? Okay, I think we're good. We'll end on time then, and what we'll do is we will be sending the attendees this presentation deck. Yeah, Masood. So in the wrap-up email, guys, you can definitely look forward to the deck, and we will also be sending you a link for feedback, and you could of course reply to us and ask us any other questions. This video will also be uploaded to YouTube. We'll be sending you the link as well, so you can go through them again, and you can definitely reach out to us, or Masood has given you his contact details as well, so you could definitely reach out to him as well. Yeah.
Great.
All right. I think we're good. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Masood, for sharing your expertise and your experience and answering all the questions. I believe personally it was very informative for me as well. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Onur, for being here as well, for handling the presentation deck. All right. So thank you, guys. We will see you in another session.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we'll see you in another session. We'll definitely be doing much more events with DDAT, so do look out for more events from us. And yes, stay safe, everyone. So signing off from StartupGrind. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.